Hello, my love. Well, what have we done to us in that world of bodies and limitations? Yes, my love, we are the most beautiful being, unlimited. The extension of the Father, His Holy Son, the one Holy Self. And this, my dear, we are sharing. But when we believe to be imprisoned in the body, and that all the things we projected out are real, the limited, perishable things like the bodies, the plants, the animals, we are hopelessly stuck in the world of death and suffering. So our exercises are absolutely necessary to train our mind to open up. And for me personally, the contrast between what I am, one with you and God, which is so much joy, my beloved. We are sharing one Holy Self with God, with each other. This is total liberation. But the moment I really tried to escape from all this prison I made up here, it seems to be as if a very powerful force pulls me back. But it is not possible if I decide I want to be real again. Step by step, I train my mind together with you. Liberation will be. Oof. Jesus is asking me, how do you feel now, Heidi? Split it. I feel imprisoned in the body and it's heavy. And on the level of the mind, I feel the joy of being detached from the body and being back home in the Father. I have to decide for one world, he says. Yes. I decide now to be there where God has placed me. Then tears of love and joy come up. So our aim is to be awakened in the Father. And that must be very clear for all what we do. Okay, I start today to go again in the introduction, as that is very important. Some sorts of the introduction. The only general rules to be observed throughout then are first that the exercises be practiced with great specificity, as will be indicated. This will help you to generalize the ideas involved in every situation in which you find yourself, and to everyone and everything in it. Second, be sure that you do not decide for yourself that there are some people, situations, or things to which the ideas are inapplicable. You cannot apply to it. This will interfere with transfer of training. The very nature of true perception is that it has no limits. It is the opposite of the way you see now. The overall aim of the exercises is to increase your ability to extend the ideas you will be practicing to include everything. This will require no effort on your part. The exercises themselves meet the conditions necessary for this kind of transfer. Some of the ideas in the workbook presents you will find hard to believe. Another may seem to be quite startling. This does not matter. You are merely asked to apply the ideas as you are directed to do. You are not asked to judge them at all. You are asked only to use them. It is their use that will give them meaning to you, and will show you that they are true. Remember only this, it's very important. You need not believe the ideas, you need not accept them, and you need not even welcome them. Some of them you may actively resist. None of this will matter or decrease the efficacy. But do not allow yourself to make exceptions in applying the ideas the workbook contains, and whatever your reactions to the idea may be, use them. Nothing more than that is required. That's very, very helpful and clear, because that is what we need. We just do like little babies. We are just apply them and do what Holy Spirit and Jesus are telling us here. Now the lesson of the 9th day, lesson 9. I see nothing as it is now. I see nothing as it is now. Whew. So that means practically that the world I see is not real. I see nothing as it is now. There is a curtain in front of the truth. We made that world up out of the idea of separation from God, from the truth, from love, from life, from eternal harmony, and are imprisoned in bodies, separate from each other, practically fearsome. We are in the world of fear, because we believe we are imprisoned in the bodies and will die. And there we are looking with concern after the body, that it is healthy, etc., look good looking, etc. But we are not that. We are practically, with every thought in this world, killing us and killing everyone. We are making up a hell, because we are not a body. We are the most beautiful, unlimited being. The joy, the love, the light. Okay. Lesson 9. I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the two perceiving ones. I see only the past. Yes. But while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite of undoing your false ideas. Sorry that my English is not so good. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. Very important. We do it, if you understand it or not, doesn't matter. You do not need to practice what you already understand, sure. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. Right. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what it seems to picture is not there. Yes. If you think what our senses see, feel, hear is real. No, it's not. We made it up. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet that does not preclude applying it. No more than that is required for these or any other exercises. Each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkened it. Yes. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for this indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see the typewriter as it is now. I believe we don't use a typewriter anymore. Well, anyway, I do not see this typewriter as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. I do not see this arm as it is now. Begin with things that are nearest to you and then extend the range outward. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see the door as it is now. I do not see the face as it is now. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. So we just randomly look about and what we see, we speak about it. Be sure you are very honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. So we just have to watch out what we do. We look around and name everything we see. I do not see this orchid as it is. I do not see this glass as it is. I do not see this computer as it is, etc. Well, how was your exercise? Jesus is asking. I have to admit there's a heavy resistance. As if I'm amazed. A heavy resistance says, no, this lamp is there, this computer is there, the cup is there. What you feel, it is very important, Jesus says. As if all the things around me, these concrete forms, are somehow attacking me. Practically that with all those things around me here, I'm imprisoning me. Not only that I'm imprisoned in the body, but what my physical eyes see, all the things around me here in this apartment, I feel really totally imprisoned. Can you sense it? Yes, nothing I see means anything. I don't see as the things are really now. I'm not a body, I'm free. Who are you? It's the extension of love, light. And then, in that very moment, when I think this different way, somehow those things around me are not so important, are vanishing. There's no attack when I look around. I only see the past. The lamp, I only see the past. What are you, lamp? Then the form is opening up like a curtain, and I feel the love of God. Brother, those exercises are most essential. Everyone is opening a little bit more the door to heaven. We are not a body, we are free. We are the unlimited child of God, sharing one identity. In this lies all the joy. So let us do the exercises with determination to liberate it from the forms, from darkness, from death, from disease. As all suffering comes from separation, and all healing comes from joining with your real self. We are sharing in the Father. Have a beautiful day. I love you. I love you as a part of me and part of God. Let's do it. Let's open the curtain with every exercise.